very much, and thanks everyone. Wow, the room's chock-a-block. Fantastic. Can I just start by, we visited the kindergarten, as Susan had highlighted, and when we finished walking up, which weren't stairs, but they were just bits sort of carved in to there were bits of rocks there, but it was very difficult to get up to this kindergarten. And then we continued up the track to the home of Issa Amro, who is a very dedicated Palestinian. And when we were up there, he gave us a book, and it was called Hebron, Ghost Town. And I just want to read a little bit about, just one little section out of that, because I think it paints the picture. And it says, Hebron, a city full of separation measures. The old city was once the most vibrant part of Hebron, but for decades the Israeli military has installed measures of separation and control of the Palestinian population throughout the heart of the city, claiming it does so in order to protect Israeli settlers. In addition to West Jerusalem, Hebron is the only city in the West Bank where settlements are located directly in the Palestinian city centre. Over the last few decades, settlement expansion inside and close to the city has increased measures of separation and oppression by the Israeli army, as well as increased at an alarming rate the rise in settler violence against the Palestinian population, which has forced Palestinians to leave 42% of the total number of houses in the H2 area. I think that paints a bit of a picture of what we've seen in Hebron. And we went through the Ibrahimi, I'm not sure if I've announced that, mosque, and we then, yes, Sarah's giving me the thumbs up, and we went down to this lovely young Palestinian a guide who was guiding us through the town, and he took us to his family home for lunch, and we all had a beautiful lunch there, and then we came back down and we walked through Hebron, and he described what Hebron was like, and we could see what it was like. It had been a bustling centre. It had lots of shops either side of the road that we walked through, but the majority of those shops were closed. They were bolted up, welded up, nothing there. It was actually like walking through a ghost town. And we had to walk through 3 checkpoints before we got to this point in the kindergartens. I did challenge the second lot of soldiers at the checkpoints. They were young, very young people with guns. It was very hot. I'm not as young as I used to be, and having to stop and put everything down and get your passport out was challenging. But we then got up to the kindergarten that Susan described earlier, and some of my notes that I took up there again paint the picture. And they talked about not only the kindergarten being, way up where it is, and these kids playing in this little area which was probably not quite the size of this room, but it was wonderful. You could hear, there were children there, not many the day we went, but there were children there. You could hear them laughing, and you could imagine the fun that they would have up there. But then we heard stories about how they could not go out. They couldn't leave and play in the street for fear of their safety. Kids as young as 6 were being terrorised and pulled up by Israeli soldiers, these young soldiers with big guns. They had to smuggle the toys in to put in the kindergarten in the dark of night. And it was a horrific story. Those sorts of things, I think, take away, and I think Josh spoke about stealing things. The childhood of the Palestinian children is being stolen by the way that they have to live. So I could go on forever, Susan, but thank you.